I hope this is working. Hey up, good evening Buzzard, and welcome in everybody else as well. This is Lazy Beanie Painting. I am Laz, and tonight we've got three vehicles. The last three things out of the Armageddon box. So we've got Land Speeder, the War Tracks, and the Big Mech Dakar rig. Got the Land Speeder out already, but I'm not trying portrait mode, which is probably what my phone's going to go ding 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 for in a minute. But none of them actually take me to the one that I wanted to, so it's always fun. Right, I need to change that to live chat, not top chat, otherwise I don't see people. Got to remember these things. I think it's that one. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's that one. So good evening to anyone. Boo, hello, welcome in. I'm only just started to set up, so bear with me 1 second while I get this to show all messages and not just some messages, so I can. Oh, your space edits. How you doing? How you doing, edits? Different names. So many people have so many different names. I don't get it. Although then again, I don't go in with Lazy Mini Painting on all of mine, so I think it comes up as Laz LMP for a lot of mine. I think it does anyway. I can't remember. Right. So we need to get started on these. Land Speeder. I notoriously hate vehicles, particularly the Land Speeder. So let's hope this one's better than the old one. So we need parts 1, 2, and 3. And they should all look to be next to each other. That's 1, 2, and 3. They are relatively close to each other. All there. All there. So how are you doing, edits, and how are you doing, Buzzard? I hope you've had a good weekend. Yes, you are already #1 fan. Well, you're in portrait mode, and I don't know what it is. Portrait mode, I don't get many chatters. Some people come and view, but I don't get many chatters in portrait. In case you wonder what portrait mode is, if you skip through and on your shorts and you've stopped, and it's gone, oh, you might like a look at this. That's portrait mode. Usually means that they're either doing it only in that format, so you can go watch the video, or they might also have a wider screen format as well. Like, technically I'm running 2 videos at the moment. It makes chat confusing as hell, because the little box that I've got that combines them all, I can't read. That's good, isn't it? This one's got some nubbly bits that we need to remove. Uh, 7 people watching with no chatters. They might only be flicking through, as I said, on shorts. In fact, that's more than likely what most people will be doing. Or they'll be gauging whether or not I'm worthy of chatting to. Which is fine. It is entirely their choice whether or not they chat to me. Or go find someone they find a little bit more interesting who's not waffling crap with himself. Good luck, you're on YouTube. Good evening, Cal. Good evening. You're on the. Let's cut that bit out, Buzz. Wait a sec. Good evening, Cal. Right. You're on the up. Car fixed. Well, nice. So that makes you making fishing rigs, so you're off fishing then as well, planning a little trip. I'm assuming you're going very marginally north. Are you going over to Yorkshire? No, the car's fixed. You've got lots of options. Oh, wait a minute. That's Buzzard and Cow gone on a fishing trip in the other chair. And I've just dropped the bloody engines. This is part of the reason why I'm glad I've got this now. A, it brightens up my desk a little bit, and B, I can take it off and use it to look for bits I've just dropped. Especially when I've got a reasonable idea of where they are. Without having to move too much. Okay, there's 1, 2, and 3 done. 4 and 5 go together, and then they clip on the very, very, very front bit there. They're both relatively flat things, which means they could be bleeding anywhere. I found 6. That doesn't, I know that's not 4 or 5. There they are. 4 and 5 are there. We found them. See, I told you it'll end up being. They've got lost now. This will be fishing talk in the horizontal chat for a bit, I should imagine. I like how Cam goes fishing and I've never had an invite. It's nice how that works, isn't it? But he's more than happy to ask me to borrow all my stuff to go play again. Friends. Right, where's this go? This gets that get clipped off first of all, so that's not supposed to be there. And this is supposed to fit into that somehow. So I'm guessing it goes in there because that's where it lines up with the nubbly old things. Yeah, move over a bit so I can get seen on portrait mode. Sorry, editors, you couldn't see Jack Diddley squat there for a minute. Right, and then now they're in there. That's supposed to go in at an angle at the front there. There we go. Up in Bolton. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to go to Bolton. Leave brain cells just walking into that place. If you spent the full 24 hours there, it explains a lot. And you're going to people go, well, that's where Peter Kay and Paddy McGuinness and Vernon Kay and all them people are from, and then it might it's going to be a mate. Exactly. You proved my point for me. Thank you. I'm getting disappointed looks.
I used to live in the border of Bolton.
Yeah, border of Bolton. That's the border. That's not in Bolton. I think I might have accidentally just snipped some nubs off that I wasn't supposed to snip off. Yeah, I have. I've just snipped the nubs off that's supposed to go into the bottom there. Oopsie. This is why we have glue. Put a bit of glue on like that instead. Haha. And the seat's going. See? Still works. Who says you have to have all the little nubbly bits? Okay. Works, it works. Right, next. 7 and 8, which are the big side panels. You can't really miss them. They look like this. Big long bleeding things. They're nice, easy ones to spot. They still put way too many clippy bits on them. I know they have to do it for like air and keeping detail and stuff, but fucking some of them are just obnoxious, and sometimes it's just the quantity is just obnoxious. Sometimes the placement's obnoxious. Either way, sort your fucking molds out. Whatever your AI computer generated doohickeys doing to it, making it shit. Just having a general like whinge there, just moaning. Yeah, it's certainly not the same ones as it was on Thursday, is it? No, that wouldn't be good. Couldn't be the same type of me that was here on Thursday. So that's supposed to go there, and on that, and that, and on that. Get in, you motherfucker! Get in, get in, get in, get inside them. Ooh, finally got one part of the Swinlands. Are you waiting to play? Are you waiting for that until you play? Just because you're too scared to play without the Swinlands? Just because it's meta at the moment. Just out of curiosity, because at some point I've got to dig some of the things out that I've put away if we're going to play. Or dig some of the other things out that I've not moved over yet. Such as tables. Right, that's both of them pieces up. Next we've got actually part 9 to part 10. What's part 9? Ah, that's part 9. And that's part 10. So it's the dashboard for the cockpit and the cover for the front. Dashboard for cockpit. Big long covery thing up the front in the middle. Still having 2 space marines, or 2 halves of space marines to go in this yet. And it's a difficult house as well. It's the top house with heads and arms and stuff. Not like it's easy, but it's just 2 legs. Nah. And terrain and possibly tables. Well, then bringing tables, I need a board to put on them with, unless a board already exists there. Because we've got a big gap up the middle otherwise, haven't we? So that's supposed to go double hole there, double prongy thing there. Guessing that's supposed to go up into there somehow. Let's have a look at the angle it wants me at. Is there plastic nubbly thing stopping me? There is a plastic nubbly thing stopping me. This is why the mold scrapers and people that are much more meticulous would have got that.
Joe is in portrait.
Joe! Good evening, Joe. Good evening. Sparkles, obviously, just let me know because it's portrait mode. And I don't always see portrait mode. So I have Sparkles in there specifically as a tell me what's going on because I don't know what's happening. How are you doing? How's the game coming along? I found multiple 3D print places. As well as potential opponents to play. And yeah. End of the year is looking extremely fun. Right. Now you take this bit here. And it's supposed to go in there. So just before I press it down too much, I'm gonna put a little bit of glue. Don't get stuck here. Okay. In certain places, just to make sure the bloody thing holds. And then press and hold, press and squeeze. No worries, Joe. Thank you for calling in. You've been in, oh dear. Well, hope recovery is quick and thank you for calling in, mate. I hate this bit. It's the most annoying bit out of all of it. Just trying to force it all together, and these easy builds never quite match up right. But that is sufficient enough. Right. Next page. Ooh. It's got lots of little bits on this one, and it's showing us the final finished model on the next page, so can't be too much to go. I've got a 15 into 12, which is going to be the back of all the back here, and there. What are they called? Them things that go on the back, wings, spoilers. Do they have? Is it a spoiler if it's on something else? Yeah, they use it for aerodynamics and downforce anyway. That goes on top of the big bit. Now it's going to give me a choice of weapons. Now the dude sat in the cockpit next to the driver, he's got to have a multi-melter, apparently. I don't get a choice in that weapon. But underneath, I can either have I think it's an onslaught Gatling cannon because it doesn't look like a heavy onslaught Gatling cannon. It's a bit too small. Or I think it's a some kind of heavy flamethrower. I'm going to go for the onslaught Gatling cannon. Now some people are going, but lads, you said you were a Salamander successor. Yeah, I am. That doesn't mean that I have to use flamethrowers and melters on everything. Just because it's got the option for it. I can use other things. And I do happen to like the heavy onslaught gasoline cannon and the onslaught gasoline cannon. Devastating wounds is something that's really, really bloody nice. Because it can hurt everything. And the range is nice on it as well. James Bond. Hello. How are you? I am okay. Well, I would be if I can get this to line up anyway. Oh, poet, I didn't know it. So, right. So kind of saying we need boards, we need tables, I need scenery. I'm not going to have enough arms to bring an army. Right, next we need 18 and 16, which is 2 wings and hopefully going to be next to each other. They are. Want to glue this onto it anyway. Look where the pegs are, lads. Look where the pegs are. There you go. See, that's a lot easier than the old land speeder to get into that condition. No worries, Ali. Thank you for the flyby. You have a good night. Right, so look at it like that. We've got 1 wing to go in first, which is 18 and 16 because that's missiles, right? Missiles are good. Let's hope that this doesn't represent a hunter killer missile, which is a 1 shot. Let's hope it. I can go and have a look at the data cards, I suppose. But I've got a feeling I'm going to be really disappointed if I do. So they go on that way round. Yeah, missiles face the flat side. Just as splodgy glue, just to make sure they don't fall off. Sail along there. And these go in there. Hey, he's going well. He's going well. Just a flyby in both, Ali. Oh, no worries. And we have a 13, we need a 20. 13 is to grab things, and 20 is a little whatever that is. So I'm going to guess this goes in the little hole at the front where the headlight would be. And obviously the grav plates go along the side where the grav plates are. So the grav plates are going to go along there. But these go in there. I hate fiddly bits. I'm going to clean up the end of the barrel as well. There we go. I say barrel, it looks like it's going to be some kind of weaponry. It's probably a scanner for all I know. Everything looks like weaponry in this bloody game. Except for Voxcasters. Voxcasters do actually look like radio guys. Which means the enemy knows the target. Big one up the front. Oh, I just clicked the wrong side. A big one at the front of that side. That's what I've just done. Because I'm an idiot. That's clipped off the wrong side. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Why would you do that? Why would you have all the pieces for one side, except for one in one place, and just swap them two pieces over? So you could have had the piece for that side with all the rest of the pieces from that side. But no, you decided you're going to put the other bloody piece on the other side. Good evening, Twisted. These people are wankers. Airbrain. Fucking over gel. Fucking tan-bedded. Fucking stupid bloody work ethic little pricks. Right, let's start on the other side properly now. Working on the Dracos sword. Well, it's not. Oh, yeah. Which means you'll have half the technique mastered within a month, the rest of the technique mastered within another month, and you work on to another one the month after. Well, continuing working on that Terminator unit and just adding that and that. Yeah. If you don't win the next painting competition you're in, there's something really wrong with this world. Especially if you're entering some of those models. Although I'm looking forward to see what happens to the pieces that are sent over. Although that one's being kept a secret even from me. But I kind of know what he's for, I just haven't seen it. And we have wings on our little one speeder. Now I've got to put this track side on again. And then clip out the little gun bit. And yeah. This little gun bit. Next competition is November and then Adepticon in spring. Good luck in November, because obviously that's up first. Obviously your project is spring, you've got a little bit more time for. I don't know if you've started it or if you're planning it already. Right, now that we've done all that, he wants us to build the Marines. Do we want helmeted ones or do we want non-helmeted ones? Well, we want helmeted ones, of course, because we're not bloody stupid. So 22, 25, and then 22, 23, 25. 22, 23, 25. They look nice and easy. Now, I've got a feeling he's going to want me to put these in place, and then I won't be able to get to everywhere that I want maybe to paint. So I'm tempted to not glue these in and just leave them as the push fit, and then I can pull them back out at a later date. Sprues attacking everything. Yeah, so I can remove them should I need to, and paint the seats and legs and things that otherwise they would be in the way of. I'm going to glue the body in place, but just not the what looks to be the pin to go down behind the legs. Little bit of glue on the body. Nice to see you still here, James. Are you also doing the Armageddon box set? Is anyone else? I'm assuming everyone else has built theirs by now. There's only slow ass me who's still building theirs. Oh, 27 and 26. So 26 is a pointy out. Which, no wonder that was difficult. I used my snips to complete the wrong way around. Although it may have been a better thing in the long run. The other one has got, well, it looks like it's going to be the control stick or the flight stick. Pardon me, sorry about that. So that will make him the pilot, won't it? He's supposed to slot in there. Alright, he's supposed to be pushing buttons. Ah, I see, he's supposed to be pushing buttons on there. No, but we're not gluing him in, we want to be able to take him out. Same with his mate in a minute. She's going to be firing a multi-melter. Yeah. Which is why I don't want the flame. This is going to go in and try and punch vehicles and stuff. And then it needs just to try and be able to take out bodyguards or little infantry units as well. I don't know, a torrent weapon can do that quite efficiently. But so can an onslaught Gatling cannon. And as I said, it can punch a little bit above its weight. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Like this one. I'm going to glue the actual torso together. I'm just not going to glue other bits of it together. So I can remove it and paint it, etc. I can get his head to stay while I put glue on here. So I'll put glue on his body here and glue that bit together like I would a normal Space Marine. But when it comes and like glue arms in some cases, but just not doing it in that bit so I can pop them in and out. This is where it becomes fun, isn't it? That's 32, 33, 34. So I've got to build up one side with most of the melter gun attached to it and then attach it to the other side. Right. There's 32. There's 33. which is the majority of the melting gone. So 32, 33, 34 is the other side of the sprue. Right, now all these pieces need to go together. So turn that way around, and then that goes in there. Okay. So I glue the other half of the multi-melter onto it. So it's got both sides. Nothing that force won't solve. Right, so that's that. Definitely need to shave that little bit down there. If you've got the right type of snips, you can use them as kind of mold line removers as well. If you're just using a single blade. Just a small tip for you, don't need to go out and buy a mold line remover if you have the snips. That bit's supposed to go really, really snug into that, and now we have a multi-melter bit. Supposed to put that arm on there. Yep, that'll where it locks in. And then we get the other arm, which is 35. Which obviously goes on the other side. It's going to be his right arm. And this guy I'm going to glue coat so it's easier to pull him out. Particularly on the gun anyway. Just to make sure that holds it. Right, he's supposed to have a rail that goes in front of him. So yeah, before you glue anyone in, you're supposed to glue part 11 in there. Which is a little bit of a rail, which are always fun because they always bend and snap. That's just while you're snipping them out of the sprue, never mind trying to get them in place. They just bend and snap. So any burrs on this stop it being quite as flush into the hole it's supposed to be in. So again, you want to remove those. Hey, look at me, I'm doing cleanup. It's a bloody different one for that, isn't it? I don't usually do cleanup. No, just gonna pop a little bit of glue on the end of that. And on the end of there. So both ends of them have glue on it. And then I'll try and get two holes at once. By Jove, I think he's got it. Huzzah! For England and St George. And then he goes in there with is multi-metal. Oh, you're supposed to anyway. Don't be a dick. Just because you're a grey at the moment doesn't mean you get the right to be first after some prick. So, do you want to get in with the bit where you're supposed to go, please? Yeah, that bit there. There we go. Ah, we have a land speeder. Now some of you are going, no, you're not, lads, you've not put the bottom gun on and you've not put it on that fucking stand yet. I know, I'm not looking forward to the stand. I am not looking forward to the stand. In fact, I might just do the stand separately. Because next is the onslaught Gatling cannon. That's 36, 37 and 38. And they go underneath and they're all nicely close together. All here. That's the end of it and that's the two sides. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then yeah, it's the stand. So I'm going to do the stand first and sorry for that of the camera. I'm going to put the bit that's supposed to go on the stand first and then put the model on the bit that's supposed to go on the stand rather than the other way around, because I think I'd break the bit that's supposed to go on the stand if I did it the other way around. See, I do think sometimes. I've not got a clue what half of the other little bits are that it's given me. I'm hoping they're all just gubbinsy bits for the stand. I'm hoping it's just gubbiny bits for the stand. You never know though. There might be something half important in there. My bloody luck there will be. And I should have put it on about 3 whatevers ago. And now I can't because I've covered up the hole it's supposed to go into. And I'm just going to have a holy land speeder. Well, I've not naffed it up so far. I don't think anyway. That's a flamer. That's a flamer. That doesn't look like anything special. There's just there are a couple of bits that are just that looks like the same bit of like that, but that bit's got a big plume of smoke on it, and that one hasn't. So what am I supposed to do if I don't want the plume of smoke one? Is that just for a normal one in case I want a normal bit? I don't know. Right. And that's supposed to fit very snugly up into there, which it does. That's looking more like it. We've got missiles, we've got manoeuvres, we've got melters. Now what he wants to do about this stand thing. So to clip out that bit, clip out bit 42, which is one of the bits I was worried about. Okay, that's good. Right, so it's an option. You can either have it on this big plume of smoke thing here, or you can just have that one. which doesn't have the big Plymouth one. And one that acts as a stand, so you can have a more of a normal stand or a stand of your own making. A lazy mini painting, I'm going to choose the lazy option and have the nice built-in stand that they've sent me with it. But that is also why I'm putting it on first rather than trying to, put it on afterwards, because I think it's going to be a bit fragile at certain points. So this one bit would go on the back of either that bit there or the same point on the back of this one. Do you want to clip that off? So this goes on there. Now let's get one of these bases. And that goes in there. So you get 3 dots. This one goes in the one closest to the middle, but with the thing at the far back. And then that goes at the back there, where that sensory thing would be. Push fit my ass, I'm having to really force this fit. This is force fit. No, push fit. So hey, don't you go take it out of the cats. And then we have a land speeder. Ta-da! It's a bit odd, I know, but we have the first one. Stand Kitty back up, get a bit of tea, and we did one vehicle in less than an hour. For me, that's bleeding good. Right. The next vehicle, which I'm guessing is going to be the tracks. Well, the last vehicle I'm pretty sure is the Dakar rig. Because it goes Space Marines Arcs, characters, infantry, vehicles. So, war tracks. That's got its own little mini sprue. Well, kind of 3 mini sprues. See? So with that one you can kind of break it up a bit to make it easy to look through. So we need, for the first bit, we need parts 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and put them together first. Which is essentially the engine, or part of the engine, and the dude up front, or at least part of the dude up front, and the front wheel. Because that's tracks at the back. Hence the name, war tracks. And then I wanted to squish, 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 squish. Three and 4, which are the wheels right next to where 1 and 2 were. If you break it down to mini sprues, they're all done with the same little mini sprue, as well as what looks to be the next few pieces as well. Arc head arms in the front and the back. You just got to put it all together. So 2 pins and some nicely arranged clamp teeth. Tell you which direction and which way around to put the art wheel on. Isn't that useful? And handy, because there it goes. The art wheel is on. So now you've done an art wheel on the front of a bike, you get past 6. This is a leg and essentially the front part of the front fork. So it will be connecting these 2 bits together in some ramshackle odd manner, or just in my own odd manner. Oh no, go get that sorted, go get that sorted, go get your gloves on and go get that sorted. Oh, look around with bottles of resin. Which way around is this supposed to go now? That's supposed to go at the back. So this plug thing's supposed to go at the back, apparently. So it'll go that way around. And then how do we put this on? This goes on with that one and the one at the bottom down there. It should line up the arc leg if you're struggling to figure out quite where it'll go. Use the arc leg to try and help you a bit. That should help you.
I'm going up now.
Okay. Mess around with the microphone. Yeah, go sort the puddle of resin out. That's not a good thing. There we go. There's that one. And there's that. So now you get the other side, and now you've got to try and line that bugging thing up. That should be fun now. Should be really fun now, shouldn't it? Poor Karma's just found a puddle of resin. Or whatever he's printing, I believe it may have just failed. Which is not good. Hopefully it worked paint back for me. That's really not good. It's doubly not good. Unless it can mess up for him and mess up for me. It's mess up for 2 people. Mess up for 1's bad enough. Messing up for 2, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. There we go. So that's the front end of the wire tracks. Back to the drawing board. Well, do you know what leaks on it? Is it just a bit of a vat? Do you need to buy a new sheet or what? You can't have just decided it, that's it, it's leaking. Something must have caused it. Next we need 8 and 9, which is the body and the head. And the handlebars. And the handlebars. There's the handlebars. With the body. And there's the head. So we just need to, of course. Now then, Graham. And Dead God. Howdy do. Howdy do. Anyone like to console Calm who's just had a resin spillage? While I try and get this arc lined up for on here. Oh, helps if we put it the right way around, doesn't it? There we go. But we've got a bit of flashing to clean up. Yeah, resin spill. Yeah, not nice, not nice. What causes resin spills usually? Is it a major malfunction? Is it a minor malfunction? What is it? Someone care to enlighten the unenlightened? Well, I look for number 7, which is the headlight and the front shield. This goes on that peg there. There we go. It'd make a very nice start for a biker. We're currently standing purple dice. I do get where that stops you giving text advice to someone who's just, yeah. Although, does that mean you've sold us that purple dice? Ooh, that's good. I was about to ask a stupid question then, so I'm not going to ask it. Oh, big packet uncured. Ooh, lovely. Yeah. I've noticed that whenever I've had resin things in the past, some of the times, depending on where it's come from, I've had to re-wash it because of slight, I'm going to call it sweating, because it's the only thing I can think of it as. It's almost like the resin sweated. So I've had to give it a bit of a wash. Luckily, I've got an ultrasonic cleaner, so I just put a bit of soapy water in there and whiz it through that, and then nice and clean afterwards. That does help. Right, so that's that bit of sprue entirely done. Woohoo! Yeah, you should always. Oh, if I was aware, you should always check that one thing before you do any prints. You make sure you've got no uncured resin in there. Apparently. Right, next we need parts 14 and 15. Well, 14 is this bit, so it looks like a nice central bit with an axle on it. So yeah, I didn't print it. Cal printed it. But he's just as much as a novice as I am, really. Maybe not quite as much. He's done test prints and calibrations. I have no idea why it might have done that. I've not gonna lie to you, I have no idea. Right, so that bit is fit. Right, okay. That's easy enough. The big hole takes the big bit, and the little hole takes a little bit. Yeah, not good as far as I can tell. Doing stuff like that can like rip membranes and things and tear important parts. So I've heard. Because it goes down too much, and obviously it breaking glasses and stuff if it's pressing down too hard on the cured or uncured resin, or on the cured resin and stuff. So I might be talking complete twaddle. I don't know what counted uncured. So uncured sounds good because uncured is liquid, cured is I'm assuming solid. So uncured can't be too bad. No broken anything, I don't think. Oh, they've not meshed the model. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Right, then this leaning back goes in. Oh, it goes in that side. Like that. That's going to need some glue in it. Just a splodge in there. Otherwise, it's just not going to hold. We'll do the same on the other side. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Yeah, we do. Just stick it all together. Like that. Nicely, nicely. Making some of these are making nice bags. I don't want to make a watch rack, so I want to make more bags out of these now. So now we've got that. We need the 2 tracks. And then we have to go over into a different screw for a minute because we need the big flatbed. So we take the 2 tracks out. Which just going off it are going to be the bits that hold it down to the base because they've got a little snubbly bit for there. Ooh, yours just finished printing. Is it printing more dwarfs? Dwarf. Tracks on. Now we need the big wide base bit from this. Hopefully it's going to go nicely because it's nice and flat, and it looks like they've actually put the points out a bit where it's not going to make a blind bit of difference when you put it together. No, that way around. Like that. Somehow I got attached to that in a nice pluggy way. Somehow. We'll find out. Here on the next page, I hope. Right, sorry, 22 and 23. Oh, they've completely forgotten about that for now. Okay. Two and 23. Guessing this is going to be the dude on the back firing whatever the gun is on the war traps. Yeah, you're saying that's the right one. That's the right lineup. Okay. Oh, I've got another piece with an axe on it. Then another piece with a gun on it, holding a handle. Of course, why wouldn't you be strapped up with like 4 guns while you're on the back firing a giant gun? You're looking forward to the war tracks? Ooh. It does look interesting, I'll give it that much. It looks interesting. No kiddie. This is not a good time to start meowing at me. Have people just been down and not paid you attention? Then I can't make them. I'm sorry. And then the big banner. And the other arm go together. To make up the controlling arm of the big gun, which I think is going to be rockets, because I can see plenty of rockets. Ah, I can't see these anymore. There we go. That lined up better. Right, and that fills up all that side that I was worried about a minute ago. There we go. That fills it in even better. There we go. We have most of the boy front on the back. Just got to get an head for him now, which is 27, which is back on the other sprue, along with the gun for the other thing. Or a mount for the other thing, should I say, sorry. Let's get his head on first. Promise of cats. Yes, I have, as Twisted noticed, the cats on my desk. I have some of the cats already. Not rubbing it in and saying you can order them. Get them ordered. 20 and 21. Our next. Who's you shouting at me? Think, yeah, you. And more importantly, who do you think I am? No, that's not going to work out. Right, so now we've got one control sticky thing. Let's go on this side. To watch the control sticky thing he's got on that side. And then we have the rocket thing to make up, which is the big shield for it. And that should be going off the instructions. That one should go in there. Which obviously it just didn't, because I just dropped it on the floor. Let's put them back there for a moment. Cannot have gone that far. Physically could not have gone. That is a box of rocks. I mean, physically could. I'm not sat on it, not realising. I hope I'm not sat on it. Right, bugger don't even know where that's just gone. Yeah, that is a job for tomorrow. The other rockets. Because that's all this is now, is a rocket shield to go on. And whatever that last bit is, because that's the bit that connects the two things together. I just need 2 rockets anyway to go on there. It's not like I can't find a spare rocket or 2. Just glue them in place. Yeah, that's more supposed to go like that, isn't it? Once we've got them 2, aha. Need to nip a bit off the end of that, that's all. And then, no way around. There you go in. But they do need gluing. That's not too bad. And that's also the bit that lines it up with this. See, there we go. So that's all that lined up. It should then nicely drop into on top of there. Now I've got the last bit, which is the connecting bit between the 2 halves of the wall tracks, the bike buggy bit and the rocket bit at the back. So that's supposed to go right. Okay, so that's supposed to go on there. He's supposed to go on there, and then he is supposed to connect in. Right, maybe this is why you're supposed to put him in there first. So this is why there is an order, people. This is why there is an order. Don't plug them in randomly. Unless you know what you're doing. If you don't, because it's the first time you've done the kit, like me in this one. Do them in order, people. Do them in order. Well, in fairness, I did make that an absolute ball ache to see. And then to line up and push in. Ah, close enough. Now we've got to line this thing up with three holes on one of this, on one of the big bases. There's one. I mean, 2 and 3 should automatically line up. Come on, there's 2. 3, what's going on with you? There we go. 1, 2, 3. So we have all of them. Ooh, rocket exhausts. I need to find where my rockets have gone. But before my rockets, we next have the Big Mech Dakar rig. Who's your way? Now this is just one big whopping sprue. One big massive daft bleeding thing. This Big Mech Dakar rig is big massive Dakar thing. Just looking at it, I'm already not looking forward to putting it together. Painting it might be a different thing. Putting it together looks like it's going to be an absolute pain in the rear end. I'm going to have to psych myself up for this. This isn't fun. As far as I'm aware, this is still running. Which is obviously discount at Roast and Hobbies. I think there may be exceptions coming. If Graham would like to double check me on that. But I think regarding the Space Bears and Space Dwarves, you'll still be able to get the 10% discount. So please go ahead and check those out for me. If you would, I'm going to go for a small break, refill my drink, and then come back and build the Dakar rig. But I need to find music first, don't I? I need to put it on repeat this time.
Jokes always try to fun and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Musings, always better fun and great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get damage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Musings, always better fun and great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get damage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Musings, always better fun and great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get damage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. the best. That's dead or not. You just get damaged. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. You're stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. You're stuck in, boys. Musings, always better fun and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get damaged. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. You're stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. You're stuck in, boys.
Well, that was good timing. I've got to turn things off. There we go. Hello. Thank you, dead God. Thank you. There, yeah. Thank you. Because you're the one who pointed out the thing at the top. How are you doing, mate? How are you doing? It's been a while since we've had other streams. But I'm glad you made it to this one. Thank you very much. We're up to the big mech Dakar rig. And it's the one that I'm most looking forward to and I'm least looking forward to all at the same time. Because it just looks like it's going to be a fucking big pain in the ass. Right, so we have 1 and 2. There's 1. That's 7, 8. Where's 2? There's 2. 2's up in that corner. And 1's there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Is everyone filled up on drinks? Sorry for those people who came in just at the start of the break. But I needed refills and other things related. But I am now done. I've now done. And I'm now back to building the final model of the Armageddon box set. Final model, the last one. And then I get to start painting the Space Marines. Because I'm thinking of pulling Armor Chaplains out and having a look at them and seeing what I like and what I don't like about certain ones, and seeing if I can replicate it on the ones, see if I replicate the things that I like on the ones that with the things that I don't like, and trying to correct things and stuff. See how it goes. But yeah, Chaplains are going to be the thing I'm looking forward to most out of that box. Right, these bits go together. But these bits get just a little bit of glue. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ooh, just a little bit. Ooh, a little bit more glue. And then what? 4 and 3, which are springs. Spring. Springs. Right in the middle, kind of along the central line anyway. Really small bits to see. But that one's 4. It goes on this side. In there apparently. Three goes in the other side. So at least they've got some kind of hydraulics and some kind of suspension in these things. You might be bouncing around on like you're on 17 or 18 mattresses, but it's suspension. It's gonna give you a nice cushy, comfy blungy, right? Still can't believe I lost those fucking. Anyway. Right. Leave the top one open for what I'm going to guess is the armor piece. Put the springs at the top knobhead. Does help. So that's the way around they want them. And then we want a number 5, which is going to go into that into that hole to make up the armor for it, which is a number 5. Fuck knows where number 5 is. It's near the rockets. If you can find the big rocket rack, it's the rockets are pointing at it. Right, and then this is kept like that, and then this is to go in that way. Where's it go? There we go. And then we get a 6, which is a clawed foot. I found one of them, which just happens to be 6, so we'll go with that. It's always good when it's the right number. Always nice. Oh, I forgot to do YouTubey stuff. Yeah, if you want to hit that like, subscribe, do all the YouTubey things. I can't stop yet, and it's up to you. But if you want to, please do. I can never guarantee which version of me is going to turn up week to week, but you'll get one of them. Some of them sing, some of them rant, some of them twaddle on with themselves. Sometimes you get all of the above. Sometimes you get none. I don't know what's coming. I just click go live. Sometimes I have an idea if I'm going to be a frantic one, but sometimes I can burn down my franticness before I even get online, so that's not a good thing. Right. Other half of the leg. Ah, fuck you, you little shit. There we go. See, with these being actually decent snips, I can. Accidents are easier to happen with these because they can just cut through the plastic quite easily without me necessarily applying too much force. So if I'm cutting the wrong thing off, it doesn't know and will quite happily just cut it off. Innuendos galore. Yay! Anything this game's good for is innuendos, especially this army. We found that out the other day, didn't we? Oh great, now we need to find oh no, there we go. Because then now we need to find more springs. But luckily they were too hard to find. We're right next to each other near the bit that we've just done, so that was lucky, wasn't it? Spring number 1. Spring number 2. Nope, don't ask me what that was about. Not sure myself. It happened though, it did. It's recorded forever on YouTube. There's lots of things that have been recorded forever on YouTube, but you're never going to get to see them. Well, I have no control over them getting put out there, but the person who does has took them all down, so sadly, you're never going to get to see them. And I don't think he could remember which one it was if I asked him. Or I'll send it over to me because it'll be a very, very large file. Probably about a 4-hour live stream of many, many drunkards. Many, many drunkards. And I was one of them. I was one of the drunkards that night. Sparkles was not happy. Sparkles comes down in a very bad mood, and then it turns from bad to concerned. And you know when you're really fucked up, when they're not even in a bad mood with you anymore. Now they're just concerned. That's when you're really fucked up. Right. So how's this supposed to go on here? That's how it's supposed to go on there. And then that goes through middle and connects them all up. Right, we have 2 legs. Oh, this is where we get that stupid little fucking, yeah, that bit. First of all, we need 14, and then we need to get that stupid bar section out. Now, this is just a really ridiculous section that is there only so you can easy build and easy fit this thing together. Normally, you probably wouldn't have this section, and it'd just tell you to glue the bits together. So we get 14. Oh no, it's not that section, it's the other section. Oh, thank you, the joys of everything that is. God. So this section wants the little bit that looks like handlebars. And by that I mean this section. And it wants to go in the back there and line up with those little holes, little divots. And then you want the top section of it, which is that bit. And that goes over the top. And then there's a graty section, which is that bit next to it. We want that bit as well. Why wouldn't we? So that bit's going to go on after. Right, okay. First we put the top on, which I'm going to guess this is going to be the hip joint for the legs. And then this, which has got a very, very small little slot hole thing, goes in there. That feels a bit loose to me. That's getting some glue just to make sure it stays nicely on. There we go. And that's just made a Star Wars drone. Whew, this one's starting to get complicated pretty damn quick now. Right. So now we attach the legs to this. Should even have little guiding divots where it's supposed to go as well, just to make sure it does. The legs do go in the correct place. Well, at least one side had guiding divots. This one doesn't. That's not so much fun. And then it wants you to put that directly onto the base straight away from here. Which it can do. Hopefully without snapping the damn thing. And why won't it go in? There we go. So he wants us to put the legs in first before we start building up the body and putting that on top. Speaking of the body, now it wants the awkward bit that I was thinking about a minute ago, which is this bit here. So it wants that bit, which is 19 and 18 and 20. So I'm going to clip out 18 and 20 before I clip out that really annoying bit that I think I'm going to end up snipping bits off, because I'm not sure which bits are sprues and which bits are pegs. Well done, Games Workshop. Just do an entire piece that is just pegs. This, I've already gathered this is going to be a big chunk of the body for the Dakar rig. Dakar rig does sound good, but Boom Dakar Snazwagon sounds better still. I don't think they're going to beat that one. I think there's only 2 connection points for this. Okay. So now that we have this piece in this orientation on this piece here, and in this orientation, in this piece here, it wants to go in the 2 top bits and have the little bit sticking out the back and a little bit sticking out the top. And a little bit sticking out all over the stopping place. And then this bit comes on and does the exact same thing. So it has the same little bit, sticking out the same little spots. Like that. And you've got all these little bits here and this little bit at the back that are now sticking out. Oh, fun and joy. Okay, there we want 23 and 21, 22, 23 and 24. Right. 21 is an engine piece. So it's 23. 21. Now these are the big engine pieces that are supposed to be sticking out. So this one's actually supposed to be on this side, and I clipped it off earlier. Because it wanted me to, so it wanted me to do the other side first, but I've clipped that one off because, well, does it really matter at this moment, exact moment in time, whether or not I clipped that off and put the left side on before the right side? I don't think it does. It's eventually telling me to do them bits anyway, before it moves on to some other bits. There we go. Suppose as long as I get the right engine pieces on the right side, or right exhaust piece on the right side, that's all that really matters, doesn't it? It's all that really matters. See? There we go. Right, so that's that piece. And 21, which is something with that, whatever it is, you can't miss it. Big thing with a loop on it. Right next to the gun components. The big gun components, that is. Now this is actually going to go in there, so I'm going to put a spot of glue on this. And then line it up and push it in. There we go, so we got the back off. And what looks like where the mech is going to be riding. Somehow this is going to connect up to that thing, but I'm not sure quite how yet. 24. Okay, this looks like it might be the bucket seat for the mech to sit in. And this kind of slots in between them and then goes on a peg on there, but it has to come over that peg, so it kind of slots in down there and on there, but that peg's still got to be visible and accessible for when you've got them actually put the mech on. Doesn't help when you've got a big cover plastic in your way. There we go, that's better. Okay, next is 25, which is the banner over the top. Stops them two little bars next to the pilot seat, looking like another Star Wars ripoff. This time we get some Big Mac banner. And that's going to make him look all snazzy. Plus, we better get a Big Mac in there, aren't we? Which, funny enough, is part 26 and it is the next bit. So that little peg that we said we've got to leave open. This is why. Got to stick it right at the base of his belt. So essentially, where you've got to stick that up his bum. Essentially. There we go. Next page. 27 and 28, which is the other parts of his body. And his head. No arms yet. At least he's got legs though. Be happy he can walk and he can run. Should be happy with that, even though he's on a giant walking machine. If he's going to explode, at least he can leg it. Leg you get. So that way around. Looking for that hole. Looky! How you doing, mate? Stanker. Yeah, I'm guessing these big Dakar rigs would put out one hell of a stench. In fairness. Not exactly climate friendly. I wouldn't guess anyway. How's your man? You okay? Dakar riggy face. No, it's no good. Kind of decided got a lot of dopamine from bench pressing. Good idea. Good idea. And now you're neutral, which is better than not being. Can't really say anything different. I can do something similar when I'm doing the shopping. And use that as weights on the way back. 30 and 31. Go on that side. So some goofball messing about with pack of 4 cans pretending the weights. So I use my shopping bag on one finger. And started doing finger curls with them. That was funny. I was slow enough just to make sure it's spot. Okay. Oh, nice. So hopefully, yeah, RDH will hopefully start taking off soon. Rogues Den Hobbies people, if you do have 3D printing needs or resin model needs and do not have access to it yourself, please go check them out. Rogues Den Hobbies, and if you do decide to get something, you can get, well, apart from the Petra chart or the, I believe it's the Hector models, the health and safety frog, those are going to be running under a different promotion. Most of the stuff though, code LAS10 still works. So 10% off for a lot of stuff, but not everything at the moment. as I said, Petrichor and the health and safety frogs do not qualify. Since you get 10% off everything that I buy, the ranges that I buy from, which is a few, don't worry. Space Bear, Space Dwarves, a lot of the fantasy ranges. I also have dice, which is nice for me, because they roll more than 3 when I roll a d20, and then we start to sing. Ding, 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 ding. Ba, ba. Please don't ask where that comes from. We do not know, we do not repeat. All we know we just sing so sweet. And we dance in the streets at night. Is that right? Oh no, that's not right. They're supposed to run forward. They're completely on their own sides. Yeah, Bellicore will be huge. Bellicore's going to be massive. Considering his base is pretty much a diorama in and of itself, yeah, Bellicore's going to be absolutely huge. See, I thought Angron was going to be big, but my Angry Ron proxy was damn near spot on, not going to lie. Yeah, something seems off with these gun barrels. I don't know what though. Oh, these bullet chains. So a rough. So if you're looking at rough scaling, if you're aware of what a Bellicore model is, something around about that size. What two places set and about 20 to 25 pound a plate. That's not bad. That because went to Games Workshop, of course, they're charging you well over £100 for that scale of model. So to be able to get something of comparable size to run as a proxy, for half the price is a bargain as far as I can tell. It's what I did with my proxy Angron. And as I said, now that I've actually managed to put him side by side with an actual Angron, he's damn near perfect. He is damn near perfect. Same as that one. Damn near perfect. Now we need the big gun. So we need 35, 6 and 7. So that's the essentially that's the gun in the barrels. Or the muzzles, should I say. And then we've got 2 long bits glued together which are actually make up the barrels. So we'll clip that end out first. Oh, I've not put any arms on this fucker yet. Oops. He's supposed to have an arm put on him. 29. I missed a bit. I almost oopsed. because I don't think this bit would get to go in if it went too far. Yeah, he's just trying. Yeah, he's not ripping you off, which is the main thing. I'm supposed to get that bit in there. There we go. That's that. We're not supposed to put the other arm in yet. Now we're back on track. Good. The other arm probably going to be firing the gun. Because why wouldn't you have one hand firing the gun? Righty here, chappies. Force the gun together. I said force it, gentlemen, force it. And in the process of forcing, we realise we've made a slight error. Slight error. We shall rectify that error by placing this in the correct location. See, now watch. Aha, see? That. Closes again, over it, see? Ha. What? Huge risk if they fail. Absolutely top notch if you pull them off. Right, that way around. That is the upside with that point at the top. So then 28 and 29, which will hopefully join these up to the correct barrels. 29 goes on the opposite side. Please don't ask. I do not understand either. What happens? What happens, happens. Deal with it. Can't deal with things that are happening around you, then don't be in that place. It's another place that you want to be in because you can't deal with it. None of that wish-wash bullshit. None of that namby-pamby-ness. Prison, god damn it. We know our place. It's at the top of the food chain. Now, 2 dimples. We're going to 2 spots. Oh, look, that's just plain disgusting. Let's out. I hope that Majesty not be pleased. Nothing. Yeah. That's not right. That's not right out. See? Now it is good. Hopefully not too badly. Heave ho, gentlemen, heave ho. Ladies, of course, as well. Ladies. Take off the spike in this piece. Glue in the section here. That should be better. Try again. By Jove, Joey's going to guess it. We have a working bullet strap. You just get 30 big Babs hector on the go, and then you're going to lots of hectors, lots of things on the go. Active, keep it active. Good to hear. Number 40, the other arm. Okay, please do not ask. Did you get that, sir? 40, yes, sir. 40 it is. Now, 40 connects to the big gun that we've just placed in. There is a peg down near the bottom, which is very, very difficult to get to. Shall I, however, endeavour to get to it and apply glue into the shoulder joint just to hold the one fuckers in there. For now, let's try and line this up so this fucker goes in. Ah, no, dear. I will not be bested by a piece of plastic. It will be removed if you do not do your required job. In this case, it's to go onto a little tiny nubbly bit. I do not wish to become known as the angry Brits. There are enough of those in the world at the moment. They do not need my fucking help. Now, there is not much left to do, actually. There's only one, two, three, 4 pieces. 4 pieces. So we shall start with piece number 43 and 41. 43 is the very, very large piece, which is going to be the connection piece from the top to the bottom, as well as lots of these armoured skirts. Skirts. Good night, Graham. A lot of armoured skirt. But there is a big piece on the back of it that you do not need to chop off, but it looks like it is a piece of sprue. Do not chop that off from behind. No. Never chop off the skirt from behind. Rather rude. To remove all the sprues from around the edging to release the skirt. Now, from the skirt, we're going to put it onto the bottom of the top part. Our 2 little double bits, and we shall line them up. Hopefully easily enough. There we go. See? So I told you so. Easily enough. Although that there engine was not in correct place. There we go. Easily enough once everything else is in the correct place. From there we want to get 41 and stick it up under the skirt. Well, I hope somebody has a big man. Really. So we're taking him out for the grog first. It's just not right, I tell you. It's taking liberties. Well, there we go. We shall put some wires as undressing. I suppose it's covering of some description. And the final piece of armor. And the underslung rockets. highly inaccurate, but very effective once they do make contact. Do not underestimate the Orc rockets. They may not be able to hit the broadside of a barn if they're stood inside it, but they can still hit the door. You don't want to be behind that when it goes off, I'll tell you. That is not a good place. So the rockets themselves actually go into the part that we just put in on the underside there. You see? It's a nicely rocketed display. And then we want the nice tusks to be pointing outwards, because the orcs like the underslung jaw of the brutish nature. And we place that armor panel on there. We try not to break the gun if we can help it. And that is the top part. Very nicely done. Once the top and the bottom part have been assembled together, then you have a hole and a peg. We are all adults here. I believe we know what to do with a hole and a peg. And that gives us the third and final vehicle from the Armageddon box set. And that is the Big Mech Dakar rig. That looks fucking awesome. So, you know, Lucky understands he loves him a good peg. And a hole to put his peg into. No, it's not often you find a good peg with Games Workshop models. You'll find many people with pegs. Many people who will take pegs. But not many good pegs when you want to use them. Certainly no good holes to put them in. But that's a conversation for a different topic and a different time. But for tonight we have completed the final three parts of the Armageddon box. I must say, it is a little one-sided when it comes to which models are fighting at the moment in time. If we just use the models I've got on my desk, we only have the land speeder for the Space Marines. Fielding an impressive onslaught, Gatling cannon, and multi-bot, as well as some light, useless slug type weapon. We also have the war tracks from the Orcs. And two of its rockets are missing at the moment. We'll find them, don't worry, and replace them. And we also have the Big Mech Dakar rig, which also has quite a large complement of rockets and a very, very impressive gun. Obviously compensating for something. I am British, I don't need to compensate, I have tea. I also have things to do tomorrow, which should be fun. If I do get a chance, thank you, by the way, everyone, for being here. If you get a chance to go into Discord again to do some more painting, either for the cats or for that thing over there, then I will nip to Discord and do more painting if I can. A lot of washing to do on him over there and some stuff, weird stuff to do on the cats. But that is it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on Thursday. I'll have to think about that. But that is tonight's stream over with. All three of those have been done. You can go in with the rest of the Armageddon stuff that I've got to paint. I know I've got a lot more orcs to build as well from Combat Patrol. So I might have a build with some of them. See how they work out. But I'll have a think about that. Until Thursday though, thank you very much everybody. And please drive safe. And I will see you later. How do I end this thing again? Oh yeah, you do that.
jokes. Always bring to fun and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get damage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracky. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys.